So, this episode's gonna be about some Reddit questions in the self-development section, in the self-improvement section, in the self-help section, and also there's gonna be a bunch of other things. I'm gonna probably link them down in the description, so the self-help and the self-improvement, but the rest is just on my home feed or whatever it is actually called. I don't know, therefore it doesn't necessarily make sense to link it down. But yeah, there's gonna be more after the intro. As always, as fucking always. That being said, hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast, and I am pumped for this episode. I really am looking forward to this episode. This episode's gonna be amazing, and it is hopefully also gonna change the way how you think about certain things, which is kind of the necessity that I'm willing to do with this podcast, changing how people think about certain things. And I'm hopefully going to do it with this one. But yeah, before we even go into the episode, there's two really, really important links down in the description. The first one is notes. There's going to be the notes from previous videos. There's not going to be any notes from this video since there's nothing of an article that we're going to go through or something. But there's going to be some notes from previous articles and previous episodes. So it is basically a PDF with all the notes that just led me to actually making the video or that I've been using in the video, which is like kind of a summary of the whole video. So please check this link out. And maybe more important link for this episode is also going to be down in the description, which is background music. If you're willing to have some background music for this video, then please check out the link in the description. There's a playlist with a few different tracks. They're all long enough, or they should all be long enough. And there's something like some rap, and there's also some inspirational classical music, and there's also some pop, and there's some good in terms of happy and bright, and some more like in the inspirational, not really sad, but it's like more like calm, I would say. And this is also down in the description. So if you want to have some background music, which I think is going to make the video way better, then please do it and please check it out. But we're going to go through some Reddit questions right now, as we're doing it on the podcast. The first question is, I've created, or more or less statement in this kind of sense, I would say, I have created such a toxic image of myself and I don't know how to get rid of it. Which might be a question that you're having as well, which might not be a question that you're having as well. It heavily depends. And I think that's quite it. It would be nice to just have a little bit more of a just more in deed or just more in detail description of what it is all about. But I think, if I'm reading it, I've created such a toxic image of myself and I don't know how to get rid of it. What I'm immediately having to think about is that it is about caring too much about the opinions of other people. It is like, why the fuck would you care about other people's opinions when they do not even have the whole context? The problem now is nobody has enough context, but not all the context. Nobody knows what's going on in your head right at this fucking second, and just unless you're telling them, of course. But nobody does, especially not these people that are judging you and these people that are criticizing you. They don't know what's going on in your world. And your world is your head and what you think about and the people around you and just all these very detailed things that quite nobody knows about your life, but actually yourself. And of course, people are gonna judge you. And of course, people are gonna talk about you, but they're more or less talking shit. Because they don't have the full context. They don't fucking know what's going on in your head. So why the fuck would it even matter if you care about their opinion? If they actually do not know you. And they also cannot know you. They can't. If you're doing something, if you're just maybe being an asshole or something like that, then they might assume that you're always like that. But probably not. It's only just in various situations. It's only just in this thing, in that situation, because of this person, whatever it might be about. But they don't know because they don't have the full context. And this is kind of the point there. They don't have the context and they don't know what's going on in your head. Therefore, it is like, why caring? Why caring about whatever they think? And if they're having a toxic image of you or not. Of course, in some situations, it might be a little bit fucked up since the judgment of some people might be pretty important for you, whether it is your boss, whether it is your teacher, whether it is your mother, your father. These particular people, in that case, it might be quite important for you. But it's like, it is what it is. They don't know you. You don't necessarily gonna know them. So also judging them back doesn't make too much sense then, because you also don't know them and you also don't know if something is going on in their life, which is kind of just making their life worse to some degree or whatnot. Like just so many different things, so many different things that are maybe going on in your life, that may be going on in their life, whatever, we don't know. For 2020, I'm going to change the way I look. Is it really too much about looks? I'm going to take care of my body once and for all. I'm going to take my health and how I look seriously. I'm not going to just go through the mentions or the motions. I'm actually going to go 100% and I'll take my skincare serious. I'm going to stop smoking and keep up with my dental hygiene, and I'm finally gonna work out. This is it. No excuses, and I can't wait to see what I look like at this time next year. And something that I can tell you, it's gonna be amazing. I've been having my quite transformation, I would say. Like, I've been working out for like 4 years now. I think it is the 4th year right now. It's quite some time, right? And I don't look that buff. I just I try to just really care about my diet right now, because it is a very, 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 very incredibly huge factor of just how you look and how you feel as well. And it's just in general very important. Therefore I've just said to myself, well, I should care about it more. And it also paid off. I'm leaner as ever, or as I've ever been, I guess, and various other things. And I think I'm also more muscular just because of just eating more protein, of eating more calories in general. So yeah, the problem there is, of course, working out is important. And of course, just taking care of your body in terms of doing some sports, working out, whatever you're doing is important. And also hygiene is also very, very important for your, I think, also well-being, more or less. But nutrition is something that you really, really, really also should care about. Because, of course, you can fuel your car with some bullshit, but it might break down. And so if you're fueling your body with some bullshit, it might also break down. No matter if it is a sports car, if it is a car with 100 horsepowers, which is having quite a lot of fucking power, or it is something that's like not that powerful. And it is quite this exact same thing with your body as well. I know you can be strong and whatnot, but if you're fueling your body and your strongness and your strength, whatever actually, with bullshit, then it is like, yeah, you're still gonna look good. You're maybe still gonna feel good, but for long-term things, really caring about nutrition does make sense. And I'm gonna upvote that. I'm gonna upvote that because it is amazing. Because it really is amazing. And I'm, by the way, very, very, very sorry that the video is in 720p. You might even not have recognized, but it is a little bit fucked up. It is for the case, or for the, not for the case, but for the sake of not having to deal with performance issues and all those things. Like, it is sometimes really, really, really fucked up. It is insane. It really is insane. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is what it is. It might be the new normal for next periods, but I'm gonna see. Doberman, self-improvement, and you. Gonna skip that. I'm gonna upload it because I believe that it could be something amazing. But the next one is an image. Make yourself worth something great. A bar of iron costs $5. Does it? It really does. I actually doubt that a little bit. Like, I don't think so, but I don't know. I'm not a jeweler. Whatever. Made into horseshoes is $12. Made into needles, its worth is $3,500. Made into balance springs for watches, its worth is $300,000. Your own value is determined also by what you are able to make of yourself. It's quite interesting. I didn't know that, but I guess we actually have to fact check that, because I'm not quite sure about that. But the thing is, of course, it is getting more expensive because the way you are able, or doing these things, actually making some balance springs for watches, is gonna just take some fucking work to do that. It is not easy, I guess, and therefore the cost of it is also very, very high, because it is something probably very tedious. You need extra machines for that, and whatever it is all about, I don't know. But I think in the end, it is not going to be easy. It's not going to be really, really easy. Therefore, it's just making sense that it is going to be more expensive as well. But I would say, like, yeah, it just makes sense to just do something with yourself and to determine your own worth by learning a lot of things, by doing a lot of things, by trying out a lot of things, by making various things, by being good in a specific field, and maybe even being the best in a specific field. Because you can, you can be the best horseback, alien costume wearing football player in the fucking world. You can. It's very easy to be the best one in a category if you're just developing a new category and you're just basically making a new category. Then it is fucking easy to be the best in that category, because it's your fucking category. So yeah, it's actually pretty easy to do something like that. But it's like, you also have to think about something that I think makes sense, I guess. So do something with yourself. Maybe you start doing something right now. It's not necessarily going to be about reading. It's not necessarily going to be about learning something. It's not going to necessarily be about a course that you can take that's going to just cost you $50,000. I think it's probably going to be about doing something and trying something and trying to do something, actually. As funny as it sounds, but I think so. Like, I believe in that, because doing a lot of things and doing things is going to just lead to different problems than just reading about these things and learning about these things, even though I also believe that it is important to maybe have basic and general just knowledge about something before you're trying it out. You could also be doing that, because it sometimes also really does make sense to do something like that. And therefore, why not? Why not? But yeah, let's see if there's something else. Let's see if there's something cool as well. I just opened a business bank account and I got an angry phone call from the bank. You know what I'm seeing right now? Encoding overload. The problem that I'm having with 1080p content. Why? Again, please turn down video settings. I think it's not about just 720p. By the way, can't I just export the shit in 1080p? Just record it in 720? Or is the quality then gonna be just completely fucked up and shitty? But I don't actually know, because I'm recording in 1080p but scaling it down to 720 and then actually scaling it up again. It might fuck everything, but I'm gonna try it out, because trying out is good. And I got an angry phone call from the bank because of some reasons. Just finished a little live by Zhenya Yangiara after seeing many recommendations here, and I'm still in tears. Which might be something good for a book. It's about the Suggest Me a Book subreddit. So maybe you're also gonna read a little live by Yanva Yanagira after seeing many recommendations here. By the way, let me do something. This is maybe gonna make the trick. A second, please. So, because now I'm gonna show you, because I've just then now did this so that you can actually see it better. It's actually quite in the middle. Just finished a little live by Zhenya Yanagiri after seeing many recommendations. So maybe you're also just reading this book as well. Maybe it's actually a pretty good book. Maybe it is just worth the read. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at these beautiful maybe things. Which habits made the biggest difference in your life? Let's see. Mine would have to be drinking 2 to 3 liters of water every day. I'm completely not doing that. I don't know why, but I'm not doing any of it. I don't drink anything a day. Nothing. Literally nothing. I haven't been drinking anything up to this day. Up to this point of time in the day, basically. Nothing. Just nada, niente. Nothing. I don't know why. I'm not thirsty at all. Unless I'm working out. And I'm also going to work out today, so then I'm actually going to be pretty thirsty. But if I'm not working out, there is no reason for me to consume any water as such. Of course, I'm going to eat my oats with quite a lot of fucking water. And maybe this does the trick for me. I know it's going to be maybe 1.5 liters of water just in one kind of bowl then with the oats and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't actually know why. But it also doesn't hurt me that much, I guess. My skin is pretty fine. Everything is pretty fine. So I don't know. The second one is setting only one alarm so I don't hit snooze for an hour, which might be pretty good. Setting only one alarm so I don't hit snooze for an hour, even though I don't see what difference it makes if you're just doing it differently or if you're just having just multiple alarms. Because if you're having one alarm, you can also just hit the snooze button just several times. But I don't know. Limiting my screen time also makes sense. It still depends on whatever you're doing, because the problem that I'm having with these things is if you actually are like a marketer or whatever you might be, if you're a marketer, then you need the fucking screen time, basically. Or if you're a content producer, you need the fucking screen time. There's no fucking way around not having enough screen time. I'm having quite a lot of screen time, basically. Or probably, it's probably going to be like fucking 10 hours a day. Because I need it, because I'm doing something that is smart. But of course, if you're doing something that's not smart and is only harming you and whatnot, then it just really does make sense to do things differently. Or to just basically limiting it. If it is something that's handicapping you, if it is something that's not good for you, then of course, please fucking do that. I would like to pick up the habit of reading, journaling, and walking in 2020. Let's see what the other people said there. Let's have a look at it. Meditating, reading, working out, and journaling. Working out, definitely. Eating healthy, definitely. These would be my 2. I think meditating as well. I think it is also pretty good practice. And I would also say starting something. For me, it would be the podcast. I think it's been actually one of the greatest things that I've ever did in my whole entire life, starting the podcast. it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing thing. It's been just fucking cool. Up to this point, of course, on some days it's gonna be like a drag. It's gonna be difficult. For example, the episode I've been recording before this episode, it's been not that good, I guess. But still, I'm gonna upload it. But still, I'm gonna use it. But still, it's just gonna be there. But yeah, I always find it so difficult to stick to daily journaling. Yeah, I think there has to be some sort of upsides for you if you're doing anything. Working out, you're looking cooler, you're feeling better. Eating healthier, you're feeling better. Journaling, what is it? Is it just understanding yourself better? Which it could be, but yeah. I love it because I can look back to last year on this day and read exactly how I was feeling and what I was doing. Yeah, really. Quitting drugs and quitting dysfunctional relationships. I would say this as well. Like, if you're having some relationships that you just totally know they're not good for you, I would also say that you should quit these relationships. Of course, it is not going to be easier. Of course, it's going to be fucked up. Of course, it's not going to be just something that's too pleasant in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to be worth everything. It's going to be worth all the maybe difficult conversations that you're going to have with this particular person. Like, it's really going to be worth it. You're going to see it's going to be worth it. It's going to be fucking worth it. Main advice for those starting their own business. This is my goal list for 2020. There is tremendous value in kindness. Don't ever think there is not. This is going to be the last point for today, but it is such an amazingly important one that I'm even going to show you this just very big. And also that you just know it, that you fucking know it forever. Quite. Some sort of, Sometimes I wonder how I can really contribute to others. Yeah, I support some charities and I try to help friends, family and neighbors. So driving, chores, etc. But then I feel I can't really do anything great for others. I don't have some amazing talent and I can't write or perform some inspirational song. I can't build a house, etc. But I can give kindness and there is tremendous value in kindness. Don't ever think there is not. Giving kindness to others is a very, very, very valuable contribution. And yeah, it fucking is. Kindness is one of the greatest things that you can be doing, whatever you're fucking doing. If you're a boss, if you're an employee, if you're just a clerk, if you're journaling, being nice to yourself, it's also fucking amazing. Be nice. Be kind. People are gonna like you more and there's gonna be more opportunities for you probably. If you are kind and if you're just trying to be a kind person, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be a better overall life, I guess. It's also going to be way better for yourself. It just feels good to be kind. And there's a reason why it feels good to be kind. Because I believe that we all would have died in the very early just days of our just existence if we just didn't have the feeling of it feels nice when we are kind. Because would we have helped other people then? Just imagine a tribe. There's a tribe and this tribe is helping one person. This person is just surrounded by predators. And this person would actually die without the whole tribe. But the tribe comes and survives as well, and they're going to rescue this particular person. It feels nice. It is nice. It is kind and it feels good. Might be one of the reasons why we are doing something like that. There's definitely a reason why being nice and being kind makes us feel good as well. Maybe because we are social animals. Because we know that it maybe is going to just do something for us in the future as well. Maybe just because it is going to just give us some upsides as well. Could also be the case. Like, who says it's not going to be the case? It is so tremendously important to be a kind person. So tremendously. It is insane. It is fucking insane. Get that? Fucking insane. Fucking insane. Fucking insane. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. It's really fucking important. Really fucking is. Really, 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 really fucking important. Fucking important. Please do it. So just do something about it, Do me the favor and do also yourself the favor. It's quite not really about me there. Just give yourself the opportunity to be kind and just do it. Try it out and see what it is going to lead you to. And of course, maybe there's also going to be some people that's going to take advantage of you. But it's not about just being delusional or whatever. It is about being kind, which having nothing to do, or which is having nothing in common with just not seeing reality and those things. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the episode. And I hope that you've liked this episode. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that it is amazing. I hope that you've learned something. I hope that it was just interesting for you. So yeah, I wish you the best health and happiness and also success. And also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered. Basically means your legacy, which basically means starts going to be which just means being a nice person, then also going to be remembered as a nice person. 3 other questions that I'm having for you are, why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea. With that being said, I'm going to see you the next time. Bye.